Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with another Harlequin anticipated reads video. This is for August of 2023, and as of this video getting posted on the 25th of July, all these books are now available at either your e-retailer of choice like Amazon or what have you, or you can purchase them like from your big box store if they're available there, or again off of Amazon or wherever you may purchase books. So as of right now, these are all available. So what I do is I always look at the new books coming and I like to see what's coming out for the month ahead. So I go through all of the current Harlequin imprints. There are currently 11 of them. And I pick one book from each imprint to talk about here to say like, this one is the one that sounds the most interesting to me, and ones that you might want to check out yourselves. So let's go through them, shall we? So first of all, the Desire line, guys, the clock is just ticking down for this, and it makes me so sad. Makes me so sad. So for the month of August, we have yeah? Cheers. Coffee, my friends. Let's try that again. So starting with Desire, we have The Rancher Meets His Match by J. Margot Critch. This is the second book in the Texas Cattlemen's Club Diamonds and Dating Apps series. There's this little blurb here that was on the back that I think is perfect. It sums it all up in one quick sentence. When a new Lux dating app causes scandal, the creator and a tech exec reluctantly work together and passion ignites. Love it. I love like the whole dating app thing that we're starting to see now within romance novels and, really changing with the times. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Next one, we have a Harlequin heartwarming novel. Love these so much. We have Last Summer on Christmas Island by Amy Denman. Boutique owner Violet will do anything for her lifelong best friend Jordan, even pose as his fiancé so Jordan can win a promotion to the Grand Valley Hotel, far from Christmas Island. But their pretend summer romance makes Violet realize that Jordan is more than just a friend. How can she tell him the truth when confessing would keep Jordan from a fresh start he deserves? So the heartwarming line, as it sounds, these are sweet romances. There is zero adult content in them. I don't even think there is anything behind closed doors. I'm pretty sure it's just no adult content at all. Kissing, hand holding, that kind of thing. Almost, if you're a fan of the love inspired minus the religious part of it. So yeah, I really, really do like the heartwarming line. Next, we have a Harlequin historical. I know it's a favorite for so many of you, myself included. We have The Lady Behind the Masquerade by Diane Gaston, the first book in a Family of Scandal series. Diplomat Marcus Wolfton can't forget the alluring woman he met in Paris, the passionate night they shared, or that she stole his money and disappeared. I'm liking her already. A year later, Wolf meets Julia again in Brighton, seemingly a member of the Ton. She begs him to keep their former liaison a secret, and the emotion in her eyes compels him to agree. Desire still flares between them, but first Wolf must uncover the lady behind the masquerade. Sounds really, really good. So yay on that one. Next up, we have an Intrigue. And sorry for anyone that this cover might give like anxiety issues to. I look at this cover as well and I'm like, oh my gosh, but it's the one that drew me first. And when I read what it was about, I'm like, okay, this one sounds really good. So we have Digging Deeper by Amanda Stevens. When former FBI analyst Thora wakes buried in a makeshift coffin, she has only her training to keep her calm and her faith that Deputy Chief Will is on the case. But who would have trapped Thora, maybe? Did her work putting a serial killer behind bars make her a target? And can the man she once loved and left find her before time runs out? Amanda Stevens has been writing for the Intrigue line forever. Like, she goes way back to the early days, and her books are so good. She used to write a lot of like more gothic-y type Intrigue books, but now we're getting a lot more of these more profiler FBI type stories, and I really, really like them. I like both of them. I like everything that she's written. I've not been disappointed by one of her books. So as soon as I saw this one was by her and I saw the cover, I'm like, yeah, sounds anxiety-inducing, but looks really good. Next up, we have a medical romance, and this is Single Dad's Unexpected Reunion by the great Tracy Douglas. I adore Tracy Douglas. Hotshot plastic surgeon Cassandra is unexpectedly back in her small hometown. She's stunned to see Dr. Brock again. She's no longer the timid med student with an unrequited crush. But single dad Brock's changed too. He's a serious workaholic raising his daughter alone. Yet as they consult on a case together, Cassie realizes her desire is as powerful as ever, and, apparently, it's mutual. Delightful. Plus there's a dog. Who doesn't love a book with a dog? Steve Donahue, I'm talking to you. I think there's like 3 books with dogs on the cover. Maybe 4. Steve, this video's for you. All the dog books. Next up, another favorite author of mine. This is a presents novel. We have A Ring to Claim Her Crown by the great Amanda Cinelli. Princess Minerva is set to inherit the crown of a small kingdom of Aquathia. I'm not even going to try to say I'm pronouncing that correctly. First, though, she must marry. A ripple of shock goes through her when she sees her completely off-limits candidate among her suitors, her ex-fiancé, exiled prince-turned-tycoon Lero. Lero? When Lero broke their betrothal and disappeared, Minerva was devastated. Yet even with the past still raw between them, their passion erupts immediately. Her royal responsibility demands that she choose another man. Only the more time she spends in his alluring presence, the more wearing anyone else's ring feels unthinkable. So yeah, the Desire line are just so much fun. Or not Desire, except the Desire line is so much fun. The Presents line. But my one thing with the Presents line is oftentimes the names and the locations are very difficult to pronounce. So my apologies. Next one, we have a Harlequin romance novel. And this is Best Man with Benefits by Sophie Pembroke. I adore Sophie Pembroke's work. She is fantastic. Bridesmaid Nell and best man Alex must find dates to the wedding of the decade or be forced to attend together. They ignore the simmering tension they've been avoiding for years, until dating disasters led them to reconsider their plan. The best course of action is to get their chemistry out of their systems. The deal was supposed to be temporary, buddies with benefits. But turns out it's been more fun breaking the rules. I love it. She always does these great, best man type stories. One of my favorite books by her, one of my favorite books in general, it's called Road Trip with the Best Man, that she wrote about a jilted bride going across the country with the best man to find the groom who took off. And it's just delightful. Absolutely delightful. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just thought I'd share that. Next up, we have Harlequin romantic suspense, Danger in the Depths. I'm really having trouble talking today. Danger in the Depths. By Addison Fox. First book in the New York Harbor Patrol series. Working alongside Marlowe means that NYPD diver Wyatt has to ignore his fierce attraction to the prickly safecracker. He faces a whole new set of challenges when she finally responds to his desire with her own, and when clues in his latest case implicate her family. He wants to protect her, but will his own hidden scars make them both vulnerable? So the difference, I don't mention this, enough, but there are often a lot of newer viewers here on the channel. The difference between the intrigue line and the romantic suspense line is the amount of romance in the story. So the intrigue line is always more intrigue than romance. The romantic suspense is always more romance than suspense, if that makes sense. Also, it used to be that the intrigue line used to be a much lower heat level. You would not necessarily get any adult content, whereas you did or do in romantic suspense. Now they're starting to let some more adult content enter the picture. I feel like it's not as explicit as the romantic suspense line, but it is now there. A lot of authors like Denise N. Wheatley and Katie Richards, are starting to put this spice level in there, which is great. But it's like it used to be, like B.J. Daniels, if you read one of her books from many, many years ago for the intrigue line, there was never any adult content. But now we're starting to see it more. And again, it's fine. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting you as the reader know that is the situation. So just do keep that in mind. Next up, another dog book, Steve. We have a Harlequin super romance novel, Old Dogs, New Truths by the great Tara Taylor Quinn. 9th book in the Serena's Web series. When heiress Lindsay assumes a false identity to meet her biological father, she doesn't expect to develop a connection with her new coworker Cole and his lovable dog Lily. Cole learned the hard way not to trust beautiful liars with his heart, but letting his guard down with Lindsay feels different. Right? But Lindsay's secrets could make their budding make her budding relationship with Cole collateral damage. But that cover is just so stinking adorable. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next up, another dog book, Steve. We have Her Alaskan Companion by Heidi McCain. This is book number 15 in the Canine Companion series. This is love-inspired, so this is a faith-based romance. However, it's book 15 in the series. I know there are those of you out there who are series readers. I must read the series in order. This is a companion series. None of the books take place in the same town. You don't see the same characters book to book. They all just involve service dogs. That is what ties this series together. So when pregnant widow Lexi moves to Alaska for a fresh start, the last thing on her mind is romance. Fortunately, her neighbor's affectionate golden doodle is just the distraction she needs. Unlike his gruff owner, police officer Heath hopes building a fence in exchange for pet sitting will keep Lexi at a distance. But when his unruly dog turns matchmaker, can he face his biggest fear for a shot at love? Okay, so I know this series started out with being service dogs. I don't know if this is a service dog or not. Or whether, well, he's a police officer. Maybe it's his police dog, which would be a service dog. So I'm speculating. I'm not sure. So would golden doodles be like police dogs? Do let me know, anyone. I do adore golden doodles. A friend of mine used to have one, and they are delightful dogs. And last but not least, Harlequin, love-inspired suspense novel. We have Dangerous Desert Abduction by Kylie Van Horn. A kidnapping is only the beginning. Will murder be next? Following her husband's suspicious death, Abigail thinks fleeing to the remote Badlands in South Dakota will be safe until the mob abducts her 4-year-old son, demanding she hand over incriminating evidence. Witnessing the attack, Park Ranger Micah steps in to help rescue the boy. But with the criminals anticipating their every move, they must find her late husband's hidden files before becoming this mob's next victims. These covers are always so good. So like last month I had the Alaska one where you saw the school with the school bus, and then there was this like pink backpack like just left in the snow. In this one here you see this like Badlands in South Dakota, or in the Dakotas. Like, what did it just say? I didn't look. I don't remember whether it was South or North Dakota. It was South Dakota. But then you see this like lion toy just sitting there, you know, like that's creepy to me. That is very, very creepy. So yeah. So anyway, guys, those are all of the books that I have that are my favorites for the month of August. One from each line, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Let me know, are any of these now on your list? Are there any other ones that I did not mention that are being published in August that you guys are looking forward to? I still would love to get to all of these, but you know, reading and time. So I don't know. I might try to see if I can get through some of these books in the month of August, and read them and review them for you guys, both here and over on the Chatting Category Romance channel that I host with Steve. Steve, you're getting all the shout outs on this video. So yeah, anyway guys, that is all that I have for today. I do hope that you enjoyed it. And until my next video, I really need more coffee. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.